What's up, guys? Welcome to today's episode of 5 Minute Math. 5 Minute Math, the program where you give me 5 minutes of your time and I give you the day's math lesson. Guys, today we're in the book on lesson 2.7 and we are on page 89 in case you want to follow along in the book. Otherwise, you can go ahead and just follow along in the video to see what we're doing. Guys, lesson 2.7 is about how to use and make line plots. You can see right here, we actually have a line plot, and I'm going to be focusing on this unlock the problem today. Alright, so a line plot uses marks to record each piece of data above a number line. Alright, and it helps you see groups in the data. So if I look at this line plot, I can see that the most is under the number 5, second most is under the number 4, third most is under the number 6, and so on. So what do these X's represent? Well, it looks like some students took a survey of the number of letters in their first names. Alright, then they recorded the data in a line plot. How many students have 6 letters in their first names? So what I would do is I would look at my line plot has been labeled here, number of letters in our first name. So like if your first name is Jeff, here's what they did. They said, well, your name is Jeff, that has 1, 2, 3, 4 letters in your first name. So then you would put an X under 4 letters. Right? So in other words, guys, what they did is there's 2 people that have 3 letters in their first name. Maybe their name is Anne, right? That's only 3 letters. So they put an X there for each person that has 3 letters in their first name. Alright, so for each student that responded, they put an X according to how many letters they had in their first name. Now they want us to find the number 6 on the number line. The 6 stands for 6 letters in the first name. So I'm trying to think of a name that would have 6 letters in it. Maybe George. Let's see, George. So yes, George has 6 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if I was serving a classroom and there was somebody named George in my class, then I would put an X over the number 6 because that represents somebody with 6 letters in their first name. Okay. There are how many X's above the 6, guys? Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 X's above the 6. So 4 students have 6 letters in their first names. Now let's try to answer these questions here. Which number of letters was found most often? If I look here, I see that the 5 goes all the way up to here, and the next closest is 4. So which number of letters was found most often? 5 letters. All right. Write a sentence to describe the data. Okay. It looks like most students that were surveyed have either 5, 4, or 6 letters in their first name. So most of the students had 5, 4, or 6 letters in their first name. How many letters are in your first name? Well, your first name is going to be different than my first name. But if I do my first name, guys, my first name, Tommy. So let me write that down here. Tommy. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. How many letters are in your first name? I have 5. And put an X above the number of letters in your first name. So I would add an X over 5 letters in my first name. I fit into that category that is the most, right? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed learning about line plots today. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of 5 Minute Math. Tomorrow there will be no episode of 5 Minute Math because it is Friday. So all I want you to do on tomorrow is just finish any math assignments you haven't finished yet. take your quizzes for Scholastic and Studies Weekly, and make sure you have those iReady Math Minutes. Well, that's it for this week, guys. Tune in next week for more exciting episodes of 5 Minute Math. We'll see you then. Have a great week, guys.